Welcome to greencardguys.tv. You need to know this. Do not give up on your legal status. Many people fail to respond to RFE or file an application before the deadline. This is why we offer a strategy session for 15 minutes at no cost to you. Not everyone qualifies. First, you need to speak with our CARES team. We receive many requests, so we recommend you answer a few questions on our website, greencardguys.com. Our mission is to help people live and work in America legally. Go ahead and subscribe below and follow and share. Talk to you soon. Welcome to Green Card Guys TV. I'm your host, John Ting, here to help you secure your legal status to live and work in America legally, but also help you avoid a shit ton of immigration problems. So check it out. A lot of y'all have been sharing in each of these social media platforms with me, and I greatly appreciate it so that I can share with y'all. There have been people who receive calls from the ICE agents, and they answer the phone, and they ask, "Hey, are you home?" And then the person says yes, and they show up. They show up right there, like in a few minutes time. So number one tip, if you didn't already do this, don't answer your goddamn phone unless you know the number. Like I don't even do it because it's a lot of spam calls. Like I have T-Mobile. T-Mobile does a decent job of like pushing those out. Maybe not the calls, at least the text. At least the text will show like reported or something, but that's kind of annoying because you still gotta like click the button, right? So anyways, just save the important contacts in your phone. Just don't answer the phone if it's a spam call, because most likely if a number you don't know, it's either ICE or spam. Okay, that's kind of weird to say out loud, but there's a lot more tips. Okay, so go ahead and sign up for a webinar. We have a lot more information to share with you. I've already recorded several videos. I have more to record to share with you, like high-level tips, a little bit more detailed tips on what to do or not to do when you're encountering either police or ICE agents, okay? And I say police because you don't want to get jammed up with a situation with a police officer when it could have been like not a big deal, but then it could have got a little escalated. So you might want to check that out, okay? So I have a video I mentioned. I recorded it yesterday. I uploaded it yesterday morning, and man, boy, it's already been like, I don't know, 45,000 views or something, at least on TikTok. Something about TikTok versus these other platforms does a much better job to share information, and I greatly appreciate it. Okay, great. Thank you so much for sharing. It's a lot more difficult on these other platforms. I mean, I can understand. Do you really think it's a national security reason that the Congress wanted to get rid of TikTok? And, there's a lot more going on behind the scenes that I'm sure you can figure out, especially right after the ban, like 12 or so hours after the ban. Something seemed a little funky. Like you can't smell your app, but something smelled funky. So report. If you see something, say something, okay? Hey, what's up, Leslie? Good to see you. We need to catch up. It's been a while. Shimmer and Shine asked me, a couple of y'all have already asked me, have I talked about Lincoln Riley Act? Yes, I have. I can share with you that it is a very unfortunate use of someone's name. Lincoln Riley, RIP to her, and my condolences to her family and anyone affected by her death, her tragic death. But Congress has used her story as a way to maneuver legally to pass a bill in her name. But I've already recorded a video about this. The bill, the language has nothing to effing do about murder. It has something about theft, larceny, burglary, but not murder. But you know what? Because it's already part of the law. And they're giving power to the states, allowing states to sue the federal government if a number of scenarios, but one of them that stands out is if the feds release a person out to the streets, but not for murder. It's for theft, larceny, and burglary. Of course, very, very important things to be concerned about. But it's a lot more concerning that states can sue the federal government when someone's released, and all they have to claim is that there is damages of $100 to the state. I answered questions in the comments. I'm literally answering a question now. Y'all bugging, man. Y'all gotta go somewhere else if you like expect your question to be answered like first. I'm literally answering a question from YouTube. I go back and forth between questions. Y'all killing me here. I go live like twice a day. Like, okay, I'm gonna be straight up with y'all. Straight up. If you want to answer a question in a timely manner, schedule a meeting. And you can do that in the links right here. TikTok, Instagram right here. If you're on Facebook and YouTube down below, just the honest truth, right? If you want a timely answer, because I'm here live, usually 30 minutes, sometimes like at night. Last night I went live at midnight, and I cannot do that anymore. But look, this is how we try to advocate for y'all, share information. Hi on live, thank you for sharing. Bakersfield, California, there's a lot of them. Martin, 37. Can your lawyer give you a letter saying you have a pending case? I mean, I don't think the letter's going to do shit, to be honest. I don't think a letter's going to do anything. I mean, I don't mind our team giving a letter, cover letter, but I'm pretty sure ICE can be like, tear that shit apart. What you do need is a receipt notice, okay? Approval notice, something. Houston, Texas. That's where we're at. H-Town, Houston, Texas, formerly from Dallas. So we have this unspoken sports rivalry, but anyway. Okay, so let's see here. Let me go back up here. But in all seriousness, the expedited removal definition has been expanded by DHS. So they're now saying they're backtracking 2 years. Okay, so if you have been living here for more than 2 years in the United States, even without status, show some goddamn proof and have it ready. Okay, if I here, like I feel like a mindset coach. Okay, not just like for immigration advice. Get your shit, your paperwork ready. Have it in your car, have it in your body, like in your bag. If you're a dude, start wearing a MERS, carry your paperwork with you. Because even if you have, yes, you should also still have it scanned in your phone, even if it's a picture, Dropbox folder, cloud folder, whatever the hell it is, save it, but your phone might die. The battery might die when you really need the goddamn phone. So carry the paperwork too. But Martin, you got me a little heightened up on this. So um, happy to share information. This is a time, I'm on freaking social media these days. It's a full-time job. Okay. If you don't have your live show, it's a full-time job. And I love to share information, but don't let this information, these tips go to waste. Take some action and save it. Tell your kids, whoever is at home, if you let a friend stay at your house, tell them, train them not to open the goddamn door to anyone. Okay? Well, I was going to say only adults, but even I had a client one time. He opened the door and ICE was looking for his bro, and then ICE agent asked him, "Well, what's your name? What's your immigration status?" And he revealed it. I mean, I know it's intimidating, right? But just to prevent that intimidation, don't open the door. Okay? I know it's just very easy for me to say. I'm not in the situation. But look, I mean, I got my proof of being a citizen in America. If they could pull me over too. Let's see. Let me go back up here. Thank you so much for your questions. Really appreciate it. Daniela, I think, well, Salmon 2024. Don't say, I don't know what you're referring to. Daniela, if your sister gets married now, does she still have an option to do AOS? Possibly, Daniela. Did she enter the visa? Hope for best. Can I please explain more about Lincoln Riley Act bill? Is it similar to VAWA or theft? VAWA is a pathway to get an immigration benefit, where Lincoln Riley is not. Lincoln Riley Act is not about getting a benefit. It's to kick you out, kick a person out, deport someone, detain the person. VAWA is not about that. Can you get user 4340? Can you get deported if you have a green card? Yes, you can. I mean, I think it's just obviously assumed like if you don't commit any crimes, don't put yourself in a situation to get arrested. Don't go on a joyride with your buddies. This ain't the time to go on a joyride. This ain't the time to go on your clubbing days. I mean, I can't do that anymore. But all right, if you go drink at a bar, just do yourself a favor and your family. Order Uber, okay? Even if you got smoking that Mary J long time ago, you got convicted, you did a plea deal, just paid a fine 20 plus whatever years ago. You thought, oh, no big deal. I could go travel Mexico, Canada, Italy, Greenland, come right back. Yeah, you're gonna get detained. So really talk to an attorney. I'm just one of a few here at Green Card Guys. There's many immigration law firms. Like, look, if you really prefer someone in person, cool. Email us, ask for a referral. We're happy to share. I know many attorneys and happy to share. In the meantime, please tap the screen if you appreciate what I'm sharing with you. I know there's a lot of questions I'm gonna get to y'all, okay? And click down below if you're on YouTube and Facebook. Give a thumbs up, okay? If you haven't followed or subscribed, please do that because yesterday I think I recorded like 2 or 3 videos. I think I'm gonna pass out from just doing this stuff. Um, Someone asked. I love these kind of questions. I just want to kind of respond to that. Someone asked. I get these random comments like, "Who gives a shit?" Basically, but like, someone says, "Do you guys make a lot of money during these hard times for people?" You know what? Like, some law firms actually don't. Some law firms, I think, go bankrupt because they don't know how to manage their team. Well, that's one thing. But they don't know how to pay themselves correctly, appropriately, and when that hits the fan in the business side of things, then they can't serve you. So, of course, if someone's price gouging and like 2x, 3x the fees, then yeah, maybe there's a difference because yeah, some lawyers would try to charge higher. But you should definitely consult with, if you're looking for immigration services, legal services, probably a good idea. Maybe talk to a couple. You want to go with who you're comfortable with. But I can say that typically, when you pay more for any service, not just legal services, you're going to get much better customer service. Every time someone tells me, "Oh, I paid this lawyer $1,000," I'm like, "Are you sure that's an attorney?" And then they confess, like, "Oh, well, no, that was a notary. That was a consultant." So, I mean, buyer beware, okay, y'all. Um, but look, I mean, the other point I want to share about that kind of question is I've been doing this social media thing for like 4 years, and time again, someone says, look, we listen and we don't judge. That seems to be a trend. I feel like I need to say this all the time, actually. We listen and we don't judge. How do I put this? A lot of problems happen when you hire cheaper services. And then the other thing is that I remember someone's comment and said like, man, I've been a resident. I should have hired an attorney, or I should have at least filed to become a US citizen. Like, goddamn, y'all, some of these forms are online. You could do it yourself. But if you want legal strategy, if you want a team to give you peace of mind and be there right with you, like we got a lot of calls this past week, as you can imagine. I already recorded a video, share with them, just similar advice I would share here. Just jam pack it for them, right? Under 2 minutes. I know it's difficult. I know I talk a lot. I have a lot of information to share. But essentially, a lot of people have delayed. They could have filed something. So let me share my picture on TikTok here that I always do here. TikTok, you can see this. Take action. If you have joined the show before, you know I talk about that a lot. Okay. Hey, we're located in Houston, Texas. Thank you for asking. Tom says you can't get a visa anymore unless you have a special skill. Not quite. I mean, there's different scenarios, and it's been the law for non-immigrant visas. It's been pretty much the same. Some regulations, policies have changed, but what you mean special skill? Like knitting or something? Sakura, you're funny, Sakura. Thanks for backing me. Appreciate that. Appreciate your love. Okay, let me hit up YouTube. Let me go back to YouTube here. Um, Good afternoon, Coda. Do I advise for someone who has immigration case to apply for food stamps? It may depend on your state. Excuse me. It may depend on your state, but um, yeah, I mean, we can provide you the website if you want it that talks about that. Okay, from USCIS. Let's see. Gresny, can you renew your work permit in advance pro after it's already expired? It depends on the application, actually. So if you don't know, then definitely talk with your team. So quick plug here. If you know you're interested in our services, click option one. Okay, you go to the link here. YouTube, Facebook is down below. All right. And then our team, our client care specialists, can chat with you, share with you why we give a shit about your legal status, how we're proactive on cases. But if you're like, you want to directly speak with an attorney, you're just not quite sure yet, but you just want to directly speak with an attorney for a legal answer, totally understandable. We do provide access to attorney. That is option number two in our LINK. All right. But that does come with a 3-digit fee. If you pick option one, use the promo code Pookie Bear. It's only for y'all in social media community. Really appreciate it. Okay. There's a key difference. Okay. There's been man, the other reason I didn't want Trump to be president is because there's just so much news every single freaking day to update y'all, and I'm always happy to share it. So obviously, I feel some kind of pressure. I've already recorded several videos about it, like TPS this morning, like that ICE call scenario yesterday, some tips. So please check it out. Please check it out. If you see something, say something. Okay, please share with us so we can share with others. Kata Ariza, should people who have advanced parole permit to travel actually right now? No green card. Well, then how do you have advanced parole? Is it through a pending AOS or DACA or TPS? It may depend on your country and nationality. I'm not going to sit here and say no, don't go, because I know you're trying to get the legal entry stamp on your passport, and then maybe AOS later. But the thing is, we don't. It's only like week two. It feels like 6 months. It's only week two with Trump, so you just don't know what's going on. Maybe just hold out for a month if you can. I mean, if it's going to expire really soon, then you have to talk. You have to reconsider that. Okay. Your question is ignored. Too controversial. I don't know, bro. Like I'm like still the top 5 questions on TikTok. I'm going through every. I'm going through like every platform. So you gotta chill. Okay. Again, if you want a more timely answer, schedule a meeting, or click the bell, follow the bell for the next the next live show. Okay. As I'm scrolling up and down, I see some things I just really have to respond to sooner than the other questions. I try my best not to discriminate questions. But the thing is, for the love of God, don't self-deport. Okay, do not self-deport. I just looked at the Department of Homeland Security website, and the new secretary, Christy, Naomi. I don't even know how you pronounce her name. Naomi. I think she was governor of South Dakota or something. She's looking all like tough. Come on, give me a break. Like, just give me a break. They're just trying to act tough. Don't make it harder for them. Okay. I mean, don't make it easy for them. Don't self-deport yourself. Talk to an immigration lawyer first, at least. Okay, and don't let that talk be just like social media. Like literally, have a conversation with someone, an attorney. How much is consultation fee? It is 3 digits. I can't say it out loud because I don't want to violate terms and conditions. I've been banned before for 5 minutes, and it was a little nerve wracking. So I don't think you want your account to be banned either. So just to click the link and you'll see. Um, you're welcome, Kelsey. Okay, let me go. I feel like in a production studio and I gotta like swivel between monitors here. Coda, you said you have a brother who is here with tourist visa and he has a disability. He walks with crutches, and you want to apply for. He wants to apply for asylum due to the difficulty and harassment facing in some country. Okay, well, hopefully he files it before the 1 year rule, 1 year of his entry. Then that counts as asylum. If it's past 1 year, then it's no go. But if it gets referred to court, then he can still apply. It's the same form, but then it'll be considered withholding removal. So definitely file that as soon as possible. I would only encourage someone to apply for asylum if it's a truthful claim. Immigration calls it bona fide, meaning truthful, not fraud, not fake. Okay. We don't judge. We listen. We don't judge. Okay. Thank you so much for all the love. Thanks for the taps. We're at 6,000 ish, almost 7,000 hearts on TikTok. Let's bump it up on YouTube and Facebook. Let's show some love on this and Instagram. Okay, really appreciate it. Buenas tardes, Javier Medrano. We are in Houston, Texas, with a physical office. Okay, in H Town. Anytime you want to stop by, if you don't mind, just schedule a meeting and we'll be there. Okay, we'll be there. We'll dedicate some time. Um, by the way, in any of our videos, please share your experience. If you're willing to, of course, you don't have to share so detailed, but please share your experience so others have an idea like what's going on, like lay of the land kind of situation. So really appreciate that. I let's see, Devin F Devin 8 on TikTok. You went to Canada on Jan 1. Should you still apply for AOS? Well, are you still in Canada? Was it with legal entry? Did you have unlawful presence? I have a lot of questions, I can't it's hard to give you like a straight answer without knowing more information. Typical lawyer answer. Let's see. Oh shoot. Thank you so much for your questions. Appreciate y'all's trust. Um, JF African hair braiding. If you're married to a U.S. citizen and your proof of entry is not with your name, will they still get denied? Hmm. Well, we need to find something that can be associated with your name, okay, with legal entry. I'm curious, was it like because maybe the entry was a long time ago as a kid, and because we've seen that sometime long time ago, like the visa for the parent and the child are together. First, I don't know why they would do that, but um, maybe they thought it was more efficient back then. Dave7, your wife's name is wrong on a DS 160. Could you affect an interview? Well, yeah, because technically that's misrepresentation, right? That anything that's wrong, even if you think that's, oh, that was just an honest mistake. It was a white lie. We listen and we don't judge, okay? But this is what you do. If it's your wife going to be at the interview, right? You want to be proactive, let the officer know in the right moment. So, by the way, officer, on the DS 160, my name has changed, and I don't know what you mean by change. Like, does that mean because got your last name, or is it like I'm sure it's not like completely a different name, but maybe it's a nickname. So those are understandable situation, right? Um, Murad Sarameh, do I know if they will deport you? You're from Palestine. Um, I'm sorry for everything. That's of course not my fault, but sorry for everything that's been going on in Palestine. I hope your family and friends are okay and safe. You have withholding and removal. Okay. So I anticipate, given the situation that migrants from Colombia were some were sent back, was it just like a couple days ago over the weekend? Um, and somehow Trump was able to convince them to pick them up. Like literally, instead of America sending a plane back to Colombia, the Colombian president somehow agreed to something and got their own plane to go to America and pick up the Colombian migrants. So yes, Trump administration is going to get things rolling for people who, even if they, um, who have some kind of, I anticipate some kind of order supervision, um, ADT on their phone, or even a removal order or withholding removal. Just keep note of that, okay? Erica Garcia, do I recommend carrying a green card in your wallet, or a copy will be just fine? You just don't trust their ass. Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, I don't trust them either. So they might be watching my videos. So I think a paper is fine. Okay, because ultimately they can look you up in the system. Okay, if you don't want to lose it, they can look you up in the system. I know some attorneys like, well, bring the real deal. They're gonna. I mean, I would be very I don't know, impressed the right word. I'd be very surprised if they pick you up, even if you're a resident. You take your choice, okay? But I'd be very surprised if they, even if you're a resident, they still let you go, okay? But the thing is, you're a resident, right? So that is one reason to bring your green or have your green card on you, okay? But at least have it scan your phone at the very least. Save as a favorite if it's a picture, because the deal is, a resident typically is only detained if you have had some kind of criminal history, and that's if you're re-entering the border, or if you left and came back and you come back through the airport or something. But but if let's say you are like got picked up because of DWI by local police and then you get transferred. Okay, so the reason I say don't drink and drive. If you're gonna drink, get Uber, Lyft, whatever, like the old school, call the taxi, whatever it takes. Okay, because when you get transferred to ICE eventually, it is hella difficult to get you out. Okay, the laws have changed and made it very difficult to get someone out when they've been arrested for DWI or DUI, depending on your state. So please, please, if you love alcohol, drink at home. Okay? PCV, yeah. We listen, we don't judge. I caught wind of that trend recently. Her 2494, you lost your green card and your conditional holder. We're gonna have to you have to apply for the I-90. Is it, well, if it's time for you to, but that usually takes like 24 freaking months for the I-90. If you but if you're if you're at the timing where you need to file remove conditions, then you may want to consider that too. Okay, keep track of that. Because okay, great, Kerwin, you got your receipt notice. You're welcome for the tips. So if you're a client, by the way, if you're a client, I may have mentioned this earlier, but I I recorded a video. We're gonna push it out and share it with y'all by email, probably. Hopefully that will happen today, this evening. We created a free guide with tips related to, any kind of encounter with a police officer or ICE agent. Because yeah, there's just a lot of different scenarios. We probably were not able to capture it all. Uh, Someone with a yahoo.com. If you're at home, they can't come in unless you have a warrant from a judge. It's called judicial. Yeah, I agree. But some people open the goddamn door. So don't open the door, y'all. And say, knock, knock, knock. Yes, who is it? And yo, if you got, look, this day and age, get a video doorbell and just talk from the doorbell. Because I just feel like if you're literally physically near the door, you just feel compelled to open a door. Don't compel yourself to open a door. ICE does not have some magical powers to force you to open a door. I mean, I don't know if I reposted a video about or stitched something that's these fake police officers. There's two dudes dressed up in this, like, the gear and all that, but you could just tell they were fake. And it was like 2 in the morning or something, and someone, the homeowner was like literally in bed. Was hello, like, what do you need? It's kind of like, if you know you have not been like literally fleeing a crime, like, police are not going to come at that hour, but ICE agents could come at that hour. Okay, so if it's truly ICE agent, ask them to identify themselves, and then ask them, How may I help you? And they say, oh, I need to have a conversation. Okay, great. Let's have a conversation on the intercom here. And then they'll eventually going to reveal, oh, we don't know, we're here to arrest you or something. We're here to search your home, which I don't think they'd be there to search your home. They're there to arrest you. So, which is why they've done that trick that I recorded about with for y'all, uploaded already yesterday or 2 days ago, that they called in. Okay, so that's why these tips are like kind of circular. They all go together. Rise of the Sphinx. Welcome back. Your spouse has a criminal record. Will it affect you getting green card? Um, Typically, crimes of the petition, the sponsor, is only typically affect when it's a fiance petition. Okay, but if it's not a fiance petition, then and in general, like it's called the Adam Walsh Act. Typically, it's a crime relating to children, abuse of children, which is quite sad, of course, but it's the trigger the alarm to the immigrant, like, hey, by the way, in case you didn't know this about your fiance, you might want to know before you like proceed to the next step, which makes sense in my opinion. All right, thank you so much for the follow. Really appreciate it. So, hey, we're at 10,000 hearts on TikTok. Thanks for the love. Come on, y'all. Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. You know you gotta do this thing. Okay, so yes, UK 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You gotta put a zero in the beginning. We also help with mandamus lawsuits where we sue the government when a case is delayed or denied. Okay. Oh, Phoenix. Okay, my bad. Okay. Um, so yeah, we help with that. We have colleagues that we share timelines, timing to file the lawsuit. So if you just filed like 6 months ago and you're thinking, oh, I think my case taking too long, we'll tell you sorry. Like come back in a couple months or something. So it depends on timing. We actually have to reject cases, unfortunately. So whoever commented like, "Oh, you guys make a bunch of money." I mean, it's business, right? Yeah, we gotta make money. That's how I pay my team. Kind of obvious. So let's see here. Please answer. You're in the top three. Okay, 10. 10. Let me try to find yours. I wish it let me like click on someone's name and then it would show like all the comments from that person. 10. Yeah, I see. Okay. I see you are number three gifter. 10. Where you at, man? Okay. Or sorry, I should not do. I see Claudio on it. So, okay, you overstayed for 1 year and a half. You married U.S. citizen. Will can you file 45? Will you check yes for having ever violation? So, I typically don't give that kind of advice on social media, but if you overstay your whatever kind of visa it is and you're filing 45, yeah, you got to tell the truth on that, okay? And if you're married to a U.S. citizen, that it's automatically waived in that. Okay, so yeah, the USCIS policy manual shares that. If you're wondering you want verification, welcome to email us. We'll send you like a screenshot about that. Okay, you can check yes for that. But look, that's what I'm saying, yo. We don't gatekeep over here. Okay, well, depends on the situation, but for the most part, we don't gatekeep. We love to share information, but in reality, you do need to hire a lawyer if you got more like specific questions like that. Okay. Welcome, Frankie. Okay, let's see who's next here. Okay, let me check out YouTube. I'm going one by one here, switching back and forth. Got my head on a swivel to answer your questions. Okay, Shell B. I like how you wrote your name like that. Okay, your boyfriend is here on an I-94. He also has B1B2 that expires on Friday. Oh crap, it's Wednesday. You're planning to get married tomorrow, and he's going back home to Mexico on Friday. Will that put his B1, B2 visa at risk? I mean, it depends on the situation. Is this B1? So, just a little education here. The visa itself generally is for 10 years, maybe not for everyone, depends on the country nationality. But the I 94 is the authorized stay for that one particular visit, okay, which is online these days. Okay, it's been online for a while now. So if hopefully the visa doesn't expire soon, okay, because if the visa is about to expire soon and then wants to renew the visa, then he has to tell the truth on a DS-160 form that you're married. And if you show that you're married, it's likely the visitor visa is likely going to be denied. So you might want to schedule a meeting before your boyfriend, significant other, your Pookie Bear goes back to Mexico. All right, so a lot of strategy behind that. James, good afternoon. Your son filed I-130 for you, and you did DNA. Everything went correctly. Your case is now under active review. How long will it take for USCIS to approve your case or deny? Or they can, yeah, they certainly can deny your case if they don't agree with your DNA results somehow. But I'm sure they already said it correctly that you're the parent, and you're not the only one. There's been some cases like that. Unfortunately, maybe the birth certificate didn't contain all the correct information. So just got to hang tight, I guess, for now. Okay. Amy on TikTok asks, why would the government not give permanent residency if no criminal record? I wish it was that simple. Because someone could have done a white lie, but in the government's eyes, a white lie is a lie. Okay? A lie is a lie. And it's kind of like, like significant others cheating on each other. Like doing this action is still cheating. It's like it is what it is. So, but with that being said, yeah, that's like a common example. Marriage fraud, let's say I'm the immigrant and my ex during interview or somehow mailed a letter saying, "Hey, this is I got married because my spouse offered me money." Like, and even that could have been a fake letter or fake information. So you gotta fight your case, okay? You really gotta fight your case. It's not as quite as simple as people think. Shit literally can hit the fan and make your case go in all directions. Oh my god, I should make a thumbnail like that. Okay, let's see. Thank you so much for your questions. Appreciate the love. If you haven't followed already, give me a chance, okay? Give me a couple chances. Go ahead and follow on a respective channel, okay, down below or above. And click the bell for future notification of the next live show. It's been difficult to go live the same time every day. And in the morning time, I try to go at 9, but the past couple of days I couldn't do that. So just depends on my schedule for meeting with y'all. So thank you so much for your trust on scheduling a meeting. I know your time is valuable. So if I'm not able to answer your question, please schedule a meeting or just join the next live show. Liz, you have U visa pending. You've deported. What happens to your application? It still continues. If for some reason you're removed from the United States, you whatever application you have pending is still going to continue. Okay, with USCIS. Someone asked, Acela, how long to get a green card if you did the AP from DACA and married U.S. citizen? Well, I mean, if you haven't filed yet, I mean, expect it to take 12 months with Trump administration, minimum 12 months. Before with Biden, overall, generally was 6 to 8 months. Sometimes the interview was waived. A few cases we had interviews. But yeah, that's interview waived. It's not going to happen anymore. I can guarantee that part. Lawyers don't like to guarantee, but I can guarantee that one. Okay. Whoever thought that the Doge Department of Government Efficiency would somehow reduce processing time. I'm pretty sure Doge is not created to benefit immigrants. Okay, like it doesn't matter who the president is. There's always, unfortunately, something that's going to affect immigrants. Keisha or Keisha, you're welcome to schedule a meeting to find out. And we are very transparent. I just can't be transparent here because I don't want to violate the terms and conditions. I'm just here to share legal information, not legal advice. Okay. But thank you for asking. Tin Claudio, let's see your other question above. Oh, you overstayed because you took care of your grandma. That's very nice of you. You waited for a recovery, but she passed away this year. My condolences to your grandma. That's very, truly very nice of you to support her and your family. I can imagine that was very difficult. So, um, do you have a sponsor, Tin Claudio? Your question not answered, Geta? I'm so sorry. This is, to be honest, it's so difficult to answer questions. If I just could find a feature on TikTok of me crying, I mean, it truly like I think I think there's like 100 questions on TikTok already. Shay31, thanks so much for scheduling a time with us. I mean, I'm impressed. You scheduled it right on the spot. Thank you so much for your trust. Look, I mean, we can't make everyone happy. I can tell you some main differences as I'm searching for the next question. Um, well, how we're different than other lawyers. I know a lot of great immigration lawyers, but what makes us different is that you get access to attorney starting from day one, onboard meeting. Okay, if there's any kind of peace of mind we can give you, if you didn't pay the 3 digits to have that strategy session with attorney to begin with, we're going to give it to you included with our fees. You meet with one of our attorneys on onboard. Okay, it's just verified, so we don't waste your time to like get all the documentation and come to find out you weren't eligible. Okay, so we do that. We just made some modifications to give you all that benefit. And you can self-schedule meeting. We don't gatekeep the link. We share with you. It's in our signature box. Someone the other day just like emailed us saying, "Where's the blue link?" I mean, if you can't, oh my god, if you can't figure that out, I don't know. Someone said, "Why don't you schedule the meeting for them?" I'm like, "How? How can we do that? We don't know when you're available. Doesn't make sense." And the meeting's free. I don't know. Like I don't know how much I can help people. I can't click the link for y'all. We do so much. All right. HLK 2018. You're a green card holder, you're applying for citizenship. Go get it. Yeah, yeah. You got a misdemeanor citation paid. Can it be denied? No. But you gotta disclose it. You want to share it. Okay. Gulnaz, you sponsored as a green card holder your DACA recipient daughter in July 2024. How long will it take? It's going to take a hell of a long time. Okay. And then eventually your daughter's going to need, this is family preference category. Your daughter's going to need a waiver. Okay. Let me show you why. Okay. On my screen on TikTok, let me see if one of my team members did that on social media, on YouTube and Facebook here. This one, maybe? No, this one. Aha, there we go. Look how cool this is. Okay, so right here on this side. Oh, good. She matched up on both sides. Okay, this side is for sponsored by U.S. citizen. Immediate relative classification. Petition takes generally about 16 months. If it gets a little less time, wonderful. Come back to the channel, let me know. But right over here in this section, okay, this is family preference. I think this is like F2A, but generally speaking, anything family preference, it used to have a number. Oh, no, no, no. No longer. USCIS said, no, thank you. Not going to share the number anymore. Okay. Because they changed it. What it says under C notes is they're not going to issue a decision on your petition until the priority date shows up on the visa bulletin. And if you're asking what is a priority date, what is a visa bulletin, you might want to check out our greencardguys.tv, our YouTube channel, get redirected to our YouTube channel and find our video about visa bulletin. If you don't want to go through all that and find it, email us or DM us. Apparently our email doesn't work. Let me know if it doesn't work in the icon thing. But so check that out. So because here's the deal, we're filing a class action lawsuit later this year for people in this situation, at least for people who are in America. Because if there's a delay in the visa bullet, your prior date like is like a ticket in line, your magical ticket in line. You don't want to lose the goddamn ticket. Okay, you got to keep it. And then let's say like 5 years, 10 years pass by, you're like, finally my prior date shows up on the visa bulletin. And then you talk to a lawyer and you're like, God damn, you didn't know you had to file a waiver for your daughter, for example, whoever the immigrant is, right? And you file a waiver and hopefully the processing times go down because Right here for the waiver, 601A waiver shows that right now. Just last year was about 46.5 months. Now it says 39.5. But before the pandemic, it was 8 months. Okay. So, so that's why what happens if you miss the priority date? It doesn't really have to be like on the spot on that same day, but you have 1 year to pursue the immigrant visa. So pursue the immigrant visa, for example, is filling out the DS-260, the online portal, uploading the financial documents like a tax return, pay stubs, things like that, to taking those extra steps. But the way they put it for this, you can't do that. You can't do that when it's like this, when it says that C notes say they're gonna give you a decision on petition, which is so frustrating because someone commented earlier that they for petition they had to give like DNA results, things like that. And what if they deny you? If they deny your petition, but they don't look at it for like 10 years, and they look at it like in the 10th year, in the last year, oh my God, it's so frustrating, right? I don't want that to happen for y'all. So if you don't want that to happen to you either, contact us, fill out the form, tell my team that you're interested in class action. Okay. The class action is for, and I hope the government's listening. Because if we can get this fixed before the class action, that'd be great. But I'm pretty sure they don't give a flip. Sorry, Instagram folks. They don't allow me. I don't know how to do the background thing on Instagram. You're like, what am I doing? So on Facebook, YouTube, is TikTok. You can see this. C notes. The C notes section is a bunch of crap. Okay. You're welcome, Gomez. Look, y'all. I have to provide as thorough as possible information because if I don't want y'all to get things out of context here. You know what I'm saying? So I see we have a guest. You're welcome. By the way, if I was able to help you in some way, um, my team would greatly appreciate it, especially if you talk to someone on my team. Our team does give them bonuses, I think every month or every quarter because of the customer service. So please consider giving us a Google review. I think it's reviewtinglaw.com. Greatly appreciate it. Sandrita, I'm going to cover that in another video because that was just like a 5-minute spiel on that. Click on the webinar option. Okay. Anything y'all want to learn that's like a little bit more, detailed, you think, please, you're welcome to pick a webinar. It's in our LINK, a webinar, a bunch of different topics. Please forgive me if I'm a bit slower to get for each topic. But of course, the main one, I think we're going to have it. Today's Wednesday. I think, yeah, Friday. Maybe tomorrow, Friday. And if you don't catch the time for the webinar, it's okay. We'll see if we can share a recording for y'all, okay? But I'm going to go and talk about the Know Your Rights. That's the top one, of course. No problem. And if you don't see the option for the drop down, you're welcome to just like type it in. I think we have an option to type in what you're seeking. And our team will figure that out. Okay, we got Ovo on TikTok joining now.
Hello.
What's going on?
Hey, how you doing? This is actually we've spoken plenty of times before. This is Mind Your Business. I changed my name here.
All right. Welcome back.
How you doing, buddy? Well, it's hectic out there, and now that Riley law has been officially signed, people be careful. Do not mess around. It's just as simple as that, right? So in regards to DACA, do you think it's still safe to file for AP? I know he had, taken away a lot of other paroles, but what about advanced parole? I've been reading that it's really different than what he's been, revoking.
Well, I think it's, without looking at everything in the regulations, I think it's safer per se than the other ones, like you mentioned. But right now, I don't know if you caught it earlier, but I was saying maybe kind of hold off on traveling, but at least file for the AP in case something stopped. Like people who couldn't file DACA and were about to, then it got stopped.
Yeah.
So I think it's just you might as well file for it. By the way, did you get your PIP money back?
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
actually.
Very surprising, right?
Shockingly, I didn't think it was gonna. Yeah, I didn't think it was gonna happen. I was a little shocked, but I'm a little upset on the way everything played out with that. To be quite
me
honest.
too. Of course.
They could have did that
could have
the
been
first day of his administration, and they could have had time to appeal it and take it to courts and all this stuff. But you do it 4 months before election, and then the family's intervening, which I understood as well, but that delayed a hell of a lot of things, which was, I don't know, it was just wrong, in my opinion. And I feel like they use the community as pawns, and it was just BS. So I'm not too happy about that.
Well, even the day they announced it, they could have filed the federal. They could have filed the federal rule like that day, or that week.
Yeah.
But they waited until the freaking day of the forms. So that was ridiculous.
Yeah. They waited 3 months to release one form to fill out your name, address, and everything else. Like, come on, what's your plan behind this? I don't understand. But okay, so you said just hold off on that. Because we had the 601A waiver going, anyways.
Yeah. Well, how far along are you in the waiver?
So we filed last year, 2024, like April, and there's a Facebook group online that there's some guy on there. He kind of tracks down people's cases on when they filed and when they got approved, and seems pretty accurate with his data. In some situations, some people are saying, well, it's supposed to be my turn, and there's obviously some things that may be wrong with what they filed, or probably some other evidence may be needed, but it seems like those are down to about 2 to 2.5 years from what they were before, at almost 4 years.
That would be good, because what I have here, I mean, this is like a week ago, but 39.5 for 601A.
Yeah.
And I hope it's not reality.
Again, people get online. It's only a handful of people, because people are private with their situation. I totally understand that. But it seems like it's pretty accurate with that. So, I mean, I know people who's are in process, and if his thing is accurate, I will obviously let you know. If that happens for us.
Yeah, I think what I want to do is probably similar to what's going on in that other group. Is I'm going to create like a Google form, and people can just input anonymous information, but like the timing of filing, the receipt date, and the application name, just so we could do like a graph, something like that to help you all out.
Yeah. Okay. And then some of the lawyers I speak with locally have also said they're seeing them come back in around 2 to 2.5 years as well. So again, I don't know what this firing of all these agents do. If it reflects on USCIS and all that, I have no idea. I don't know if that's what is the subject title? Fork in the road or something, whatever you called it.
Yeah, we'll just delay things. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't quite see yet if they rescinded the memo about like with their goal of reducing processing times, but I mean, I'm pretty sure they're not going to try to do it that quickly in general, not just for like waiver. But yeah, thanks for joining again. It's been a while. Hope you're,
for sure,
other than immigration, doing good. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? I hate to say it, but it is what it is, and people voted what they thought was for their best interest. But there's that one guy in Florida who voted for Trump, and his wife from Venezuela, who was just here in the last 3 years, was processing her citizenship or whatnot, and she got scooped up. Got scooped up in a raid, and he gets on the TV and he's like, I voted for you. If I can speak to you and you can help my wife, well, you know what? F you, you moron. You are in a situation where he was targeting people like your spouse, who's been here, especially in the last 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
And you expected him to do what? Like, understand you? He doesn't care. I don't understand. I don't get it. Yeah. People are just. I don't understand either. Look how they magically rescinded his memo for the whole Medicaid, SNAP benefits, and all this stuff. Why? Because we're going to affect millions of his voters, millions, and it's like, wake up, people! This is just gonna get worse.
Oh yeah,
and I feel
yeah,
like
yeah.
he's antagonizing people to implement martial law, to be quite honest. But that's another story.
Yeah. Well, thanks for sharing information with us
Yep,
here
for
on the
sure.
channel, and we'll be in touch. Okay, Ovo?
Thank you, buddy.
All
I
right,
appreciate it.
thanks. Take care. You know, there's a lot of information. A lot of information. Yeah, I was just looking at the USCIS website. Let's see. There's some back and forth between. Thank you so much for y'all to like share information with each other. Let me see. Apple user 5784. How to check if you have a removal order? That's a great question. I need to record a video about that. You could just Google search for now EOIR, automated case information. Go to that government website. This .gov. Want to make sure it's a government website, and then type in your A number. Okay, it's 9 digits. And sometimes the first digit is a 0, so it depends how old your case is. Where can you report marriage fraud? Okay, well, that's not really the point of this channel, but I guess you can go to ice.gov if you want to report someone. But our channel is to keep people here legitimately, of course. So I'm definitely not here to encourage someone who's committed fraud to stay here. But sometimes USCIS got it wrong. But if you know, you know. I'm here to listen and not judge. Okay. Delmi Tercios, you have a deportation order. You go to court and to get married. Can they report me to immigration? What kind of court? You mean like like in Texas, we call it justice of the peace. If you want to get a civil ceremony, you mean like I don't. So you want to check the marriage application, license applications, see if they ask for status. I hope not. That'd be pretty wild. Let me know. DM me if any kind of marriage license application asks about status. But if you have a deportation order, you need to talk to an immigration lawyer 101 to see if you're even eligible for status. Okay. I'll be real with y'all. I'm getting a bit tired. I'm just trying to hang in there for another 3 minutes. Banji on YouTube. How to expedite green card based on approved VAWA. I've never heard of that. Never heard of expedite for that kind of situation for 360. But 765, I-131, I-130, yes, you can expedite. Anti-scam police TV. I need to check out your channel. Can one use a USCIS receipt for ICE? Yeah, I mean that's what I've been saying. That's one of the easier proof, especially if you filed it 2 years ago. But if it's only been like a year or something, then you need to get more proof. Can that receipt be used for a motion to reopen? Well, if you're going to do a motion to reopen these days with Trump administration, I would recommend approval notice. Okay. Let's see. So Sophia Anusa, what options do OPT holders who can't get sponsored by the jobs have in order to stay? I hate to say it, it's quite simply you have to leave before you overstay. Because look, I mean, I know some of y'all don't want to leave, but like if you truly want legal status in America, and you want to do it the right way, like conservative folks say, there are options for you, but you just gotta get the right timing. So if you don't have a company to sponsor right now, like H-1B season is about to start. I mean, even they just updated the rules. It was effective mid-January this year to include for H-1B holders people who own their own business. They start their own business, and there's no rule that says, oh, you have to own the business for like a year. So even if you're not like entrepreneur minded, you could easily learn it on YouTube, okay, or social media. You don't have to have like an MBA to start a business. You don't necessarily need like $1 million to start a business. I mean, not to downplay it too much, but it could be a Etsy shop, something like that. But essentially, I mean, it has to be somehow related to H-1B, of course, those requirements. So, which requires a degree. If it's a bachelor's degree, it could be a U.S. degree or abroad. But if it's a master's, it has to be from America. Okay. So, Sophia and Nusa, that's really the option. You can still start your own business if no one else sponsors you. That's a new thing this year. Okay. So, follow for more if you want more tips like that. Join the webinar. I'm expecting y'all to click on the link. If you're not going to schedule for this amount pre-qualified session with a client care specialist, or if you're not gonna pick the number 2 with one of our attorneys, which comes at 3-digit fee, at the very least, schedule for a webinar or download a free guide from our website, okay? Because webinars are free. I don't gatekeep y'all. I'm here to serve, here to share. Okay, we got one more guest, and then I got a sexy Alicia 2000. What if I change my name like that? Just kidding. She's processing in. What's going on?
Hi, I have an I-485 and I-130 pending, right? I already got my work authorization and I'm about to get my social security card. Am I safe? Could I be detained? Because I have my receipt and what it is in case I should run into ICE or anything.
Yeah, I shared a bunch of information earlier. I highly encourage you to join the webinar about Know Your Rights, and we'll share the recording because once I start, like, I mean, no one. Just put it frankly, like, no one is safe. Okay, but if you have certain proof that you've been here for at least 2 years, and hopefully you can avoid the expedited removal type situation. Okay.
Okay.
Because
I have to have something to show proof because I've been here like 2 years now.
Okay,
so.
good. Yeah, maybe. I mean, and if you filed like a year ago, that's not enough, right? You need something like 2 years back, also. But still,
Like the immigration paperwork you're talking, because I just started to file November last year.
Yeah, so you got to get something back in time, like 2 years back. It doesn't have to be immigration paperwork. It could be like a checking account or something, a statement, or your driver license or something. Like, if you had a different visa before, it could be anything with your name on it and the date.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right. Schedule webinar. All right. It's free.
How do I get to the webinar?
You gotta go up here you're on TikTok, so the profile, and then click the link, LINK, and I think it's like option 4 or something.
Okay. Thank you.
Know your rights. Okay, thanks. Okay, I gotta get a breather. And by the way, if you didn't see my video or others yet about TPS has been rescinded for Venezuelans, that's very ridiculous. Okay. But please know, I have a short video about it, so y'all can watch it. But don't give up, okay? So just because it's been rescinded earlier this morning, don't drop your gloves and get yourself on a plane and go back home. Like, don't give up. Not saying there's options right now, but I do anticipate that, like, ACLU, I'm not gonna like some nonprofit, someone's gonna file a lawsuit, okay? So let's see here. All right. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I got a jet. I wish I could answer more questions. Really appreciate it. I gotta go next meeting. Peace.